In one of my previous videos, I explained how you make a bidirectional visitor counter using Arduino, IR sensor, and OLED display. The device displays the number of incoming, outgoing, and total number of current visitors. It also had an automatic light control system which controls the light on the basis of visitors' presence. But the drawback of the system was there was no internet connectivity with the system. Because of this, we are unable to send the data to any server. But in this proposed system, we replaced Arduino Nano board with the Wi-Fi module which has Wi-Fi connectivity. Using the Wi-Fi connection, the system uploads the data to the server regularly. To monitor the data online, I use the UBDOTS platform. And using the MQTT connection, I send the visitors' data to UBDOTS cloud. Using UBDOTS MQTT connection, you can view the incoming, outgoing, and current visitors online from any part of the world. The dashboard also shows the status of the light, whether it's turned on or not. So without getting any delayed, let's see how you can build this entire system. The PCB board used in this project is sponsored by NextPCB. NextPCB is one of the largest PCB manufacturer companies in China. You can order the PCB services as well as PCB assembly services at an affordable price. They also have the NextDFM PCB analysis tool. Using NextDFM, you can directly analyze the manufacturability of the PCB. Download the tool from the description link. Alright, for making IoT visitor counter project, we need the following components. We need a pair of infrared sensors. These are used as obstacle detectors. A simple 0.96-inch SST1306 OLED display module with I2C pins. A 5-volt single-channel relay module for light control system. And the most important is the ESP8266 Wi-Fi module. You can either use the Lolin Node MCU board or you can go with the Amica Node MCU board. Let's see the circuit now. I used FreeThink software to design the schematic. All the passive components like IR sensors, relay module, and OLED display are connected to Node MCU GPIO pins. You can use this schematic to assemble the circuit on the breadboard, but I prefer a custom PCB. For that, I used EasyEDA to design the schematic. This schematic contains the power supply unit along with the relay control unit in a single board. I then converted the schematic to a custom PCB. The PCB size is very small and all the components are placed perfectly on the board. Here is a 3D view of the PCB board which gives an overview how the PCB will look like. Now it's time to order the PCB. So I visited nextpcb.com and went for an instant quote. Then I uploaded the Gerber file. Then I selected the PCB material, dimensions, quantity, thickness, mask, and rest of the other details. Then I selected the country of shipment and finally placed the order. So after a week, I received 5 samples of PCBs. The PCB looks something like this. The PCB quality is as excellent as I expected. The top and bottom layer solder masks are perfect. Because of the great quality, it's easy to solder the electronics components on the PCB. Alright, now I have to solder all the components on the board. So I soldered all the male-female headers pins along with capacitors, resistors, LED and switches. After soldering, I placed or inserted the Node MCU board and OLED display on the PCB. The device can be powered via a 3.7 volt battery or using a 9 volt DC adapter. I also connected a pair of IR sensor module and a relay module. Hence, our final hardware is ready. You can place the 2 sensors at separate positions for testing. One at the indoor and other at the outdoor would be the perfect position to count the visitors. Alright, it's time to set up the software part. For this, visit UBDOTS and create an account or simply sign in. I would directly sign in here. So on the demo dashboard, nothing is displayed, and also on the device part, no device is created now. Click on the right side of the profile and click on API credentials. So here you can see the default token. Click the show in the token and then copy it. This token will be used in the code to connect your Node MCU board to the Wi-Fi network. In this code part, replace the token with the token you just copied. Change the Wi-Fi SSID and password. In this code, you will also need multiple libraries like UBDOTS MQTT library and OLED display library. The rest of the code is similar to previous codes. In the bottom part, we are sending in, out, now and relay status data using the client.add function. From the tools, select the Node MCU 1.0 board and also the COM port. Then upload the code. Once the code is uploaded, open the serial monitor. The device will connect to the Wi-Fi network and will print its IP address. Then it will establish the MQTT connection and starts sending the data to the UBDOTS server. The serial monitor will also display the visitors data like incoming visitors or outgoing visitors and a total number of visitors as well as the light status. So let's test the hardware now. As soon as you power on the device, the OLED display will show no visitors as no event has occurred till now. To check the device, you have to bring some obstacles in front of the IR sensors. So let's do the testing. One of the sensors counts the visitors as to how many people have entered through the gate. Whenever an interrupt is detected, the counter will add one value to the previous value. The relay only turns on whenever the current visitor count is more than 1. Similarly, the other sensor counts the total number of outgoing visitors through the different gates. It also adds one value to the previous value whenever an interrupt is detected. The total number of current visitors is calculated by subtracting the outgoing visitors from the incoming visitor. Alright, let's check the UBDOTS dashboard now. On the device part, when I hit the refresh button, you can see a new device is added now. Click on the device. So on this dashboard, you can see 4 different variables appearing and the last data entered was just a second ago. So go back to the demo dashboard. From here, you can add widgets. To do that, click on the plus sign and select the widgets. Then select the device and select variables. Do the necessary settings like color or size. So our first widget is ready for first variable. Similarly, create the widgets for all other remaining variables. Finally, we are done now. So whenever a visitor change takes place, the dashboard gets updated and here you can see the visitor's status is getting changed. The light turning on and off status is also represented by green and red color. And the visitor frequency can be seen in graphical format. Alright, this is such a great IoT-based bidirectional visitor counter project. The written guide along with the components purchase links and the source code and the library can be found on the website article. Please drop a like for this video and please subscribe to the channel if you are new to this channel. And thank you so much for watching. Tada bye bye.